So here we are talking Friesian, episode 1. It's been a lot to get here, but here we are. For those of you that don't know, I'm Mark, and
I'm
this
Karen.
this is my wife Erin. And just to recap a little bit, some of you may have seen my bio, and some maybe not. So I'll recap that a little bit. In 2001, we got into Friesians and bought our first Friesian. And it actually started long before that when Erin watched the movie Lady Hawk, like most other Friesian lovers in the US, anyways. And in 2006, I was elected to the FHANA board. And probably the thing that I'm most proud of while my term on the FHANA board is bringing the sport predicate to North America. Up until then, um, there was no avenue to obtain the sport predicate for your horses here in North America. And while the system that I got up and running wasn't perfect, it was something, and it was a step in the door. And Gail Armilla took over that project after I left, and has done great things with it. Very pleased with that. And then moving on to our Friesian history, um, a year after 2001 and 2002, 2003, we purchased a filly whose name was Inga, and she was 4 months old. We raised her, brought her to the first Keuring at 3 years old, and she was first premium champion of the day. And Inga from there went on to receive many champions of the day, many first premiums. She obtained the crown predicate, and then in 2009 at the FHANA 25th anniversary show in Reno, she was awarded the model predicate. Um, she is quite the horse. Many accomplishments in competing with her.
She's enjoying her retirement now.
Yeah, now she's up north enjoying her retirement, like Erin and I are enjoying our retirement. So I also imported a gelding from the Netherlands, Gerka, who became my absolute favorite Friesian of all times. There will never be an approved stallion, any other Friesian that will top him, in my eye, right? Our Friesians are the best and top of the breed, no matter who we are and what Friesian it is. But to us, they're the number one, and Gerka was that for me for sure. We bred Inga and had 8 foals from Inga. Oh, I'm sorry, not from Inga.
Total.
We had 8 total foals from Inga and Zebrich, which was another mare that we imported from the Netherlands.
And Opal was our first.
And Opal was our first. We had 2 from Opal, or 3?
Three.
3. Yeah.
Mac.
And yeah, so the last 2 foals that we bred were Quintus and Titus, my boys. You may have seen their photo in the first post that we did with the Talking Friesian. That's me driving my pair, Quintus and Titus. And it was always a dream to breed them, raise them, train them, and then drive them as a pair. And with the help of our trainers, we were able to do that. And it was just the highlight. They're now living the life in Hawaii. And so that's our Friesian story.
By the way, I have a story as well, but I've been busy this week filling my brain with educational stuff. So I haven't been able to contribute and share my story, but
it's coming.
It's coming.
Yeah, you'll get there. So moving on to the news, which is why we're here. And we'll start off with some house cleaning. The other day, if you may have seen the short that I posted talking about the Canadian circuit that was wrapping up, there was a stallion named Viking of DLC, and I asked in the video if anybody knew if he was selected or not. And I also mentioned that he made a first premium star. Well, it was listed that way in the FHANA results, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. As we know, stallions don't get awarded first premiums at all. They anymore. They used to once upon a time, but anymore they're just awarded star or no star. So Viking of DLC did make star. I had one person contact me and said that he was selected, although I haven't been able to confirm that. So I'm not sure on that just yet. Yeah, if you know, leave us a comment below for sure, because I'd really be curious about that. Okay, moving on to the FHANA news, and spoke with Jason, the executive director of FHANA, the other day. Had a great conversation catching up with him, and like we talked about, the Circuit 1, the Canadian circuit. Plus, I think there's one or two in the U.S. as well on the end of that circuit, up in Oregon, Washington, maybe. That just wrapped up. They're all done with Circuit 1. And so Circuit 2 and 3 will be starting shortly. And the deadline for those to enter your horse for those inspections is coming up at September 10th. So if you haven't entered yet, you have until September 10th. Okay, I got my notes here so I don't miss anything. Also coming up in October is the FHANA Mare Show. We have the Mare Show West and the Mare Show East. And those are October 15th for the West and October 17th for the East.
We'll be at the West.
And we'll definitely be at the West. Looking forward to it. It's a great time. We were at the first one, and it's a good time to be there and see these exceptional mares. Deadline for the Mare Show is October 1st for both of them, the East or the West. And moving on here. Going over the FHANA board minutes, it was stated that their membership numbers are at 1,618, which is a really good number. It caught my eye. We haven't seen those numbers for quite some time. And as a matter of fact, that number is 18% higher than it was last year, which is nice to see. And it was even the highest number in the last 10 years, which I agree. So yay, FHANA. Way to go. The other thing that caught my eye in the minutes was the Health Committee has identified 18 research projects that FHANA will be supporting with their research grant program. And if you're not aware of that, there's a link below in the description that will take you to the FHANA grant research information page. And it's my understanding that this whole program is mostly, if not all, supported by donations. And FHANA has a grant donation button on the research page. So if you can donate, doesn't matter how much, $5, $10, $20, $100, $100,000, whatever you can do. I'm sure it's going to go to good work. So check that out. And that's all I have for FHANA this week. I also yesterday spoke with the president of FPZV USA, Peter Franken of Kentucky. And he told me something pretty remarkable. Last year they were able to have their inspections, and I guess the way they did it was they had the FPZV over in Germany went to the American embassy and pleaded their case why it was important to inspect these horses, and the embassy gave them the okay and visas to come over and do the inspections. So they ended up having 4 or 5 sites, about 150 horses total, and which includes they included crossbred horses as well. And if you've never been, Aaron and I have been to one, and it's interesting. Very similar, yet different. Very interesting. I would highly suggest checking one out if one comes to near you. Um, okay, and then also last year for the FPZV, they have a completely new board, and things are looking very positive over there with the new board. This year, that new board has hired a new breed director, and I'm told that this new breed director, Gabriella Gray, is her name. She has experience with other breeds and working with other breeds within the United States. So she's very familiar with how the equine industry is here and the systems and all of that. So she's a welcome new member for the FPZV, and the future for the FPZV is looking real nice. So that's about all we have for this week. I don't have very much. Getting this channel up and running kind of caught me off guard, and found that it took a lot more than I was expecting. And because of that, I ended up not having as much time to research the information. So in the future, I'd like to cover more registries. The Friesian Heritage Course is one I'd like to get a lot of information on. So if you have any information on who I can contact there, let me know down in the comments. If there's any other organizations, clubs, or disciplines.
Even overseas.
Yeah, overseas, different
New Zealand,
registries.
Australia, what you got?
Yeah, we're talking to you, New Zealand. We're talking to you, Australia, Great Britain. Yeah, I even think there's a club in Norway. We'd like to hear from all of you guys. Mexico. So let us know in the comments of who to contact, who we can talk to, and we'll get your information on here as well. It doesn't matter where you are. We're all Friesian lovers, and we're all curious of what's going on around the world. Who's got new stallions in what countries? What new stallions are approved in what countries? Where the stallions are moving to? All that's great stuff. So if you have any information for us, let us know down in the comments, and I'll be sure to contact you. We'll leave you with this. Remember, no matter what registry, organization, or club that you belong to, it's all about enjoying your horse. That's what it's about. Just enjoying the Friesian horse. Doesn't matter what papers they have. Friesian's a Friesian. So love your horses, enjoy them, and we'll catch you next time.
As an add-on.
As an add-on.
As an add-on. Might get lucky and get a clip of Whitney or a mini moment with Freddie or all his little friends too. So stay tuned. Yeah,
Whitney's our cat, and I'm sure one of these days she's going to jump up on the couch behind us. And and
he provides entertainment.
Freddie's our miniature horse. We'll get you some clips of him too, because they're both a hoot. We could probably call Whitney a miniature cat as well, because she's not very big. Anyways, that's all we got. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe below, and comment, and we'll talk to you guys next time. Say hi to the camera. Say hi to...